get out there. Так, все, сорян, я тут. Чуть-чуть подольше получилось. Но не суть. Погнали дальше. И здесь мы закончили. Да? Так, что у нас осталось? Система свой-чужой. И все, да? Ну, по сути, да. Как отлично, с квестами поразобрались. Мне прям нравится. А это основной квест у нас идет, кстати говоря. Заброшенный жнец. На орбите Мнемозины находится 2-километровый корабль, обводы которого выдают жнеца. Часть модулей излучает энергию, хотя и намного слабее, чем можно было ожидать от корабля такого размера. Жнец поддерживает поле эффекта массы, которое не дает ему упасть на звезду, но пробитые в корпусе дыры никто не пытается залатать. Единственный вывод, который можно сделать: жнец давно умер, либо свел свою активность к предельному минимуму. Окей. Погнали жнеца жарить.
What's with all the chop, Joker?
Doing my best. The wind's gusting to 500 kph. There's a second ship alongside the Reaper. It's not transmitting any IFF, but the radar paints its silhouette as gathered.
I guess we know why the science team stopped reporting in.
Трясет-то.
What just happened?
The Reaper's mass effect fields are still active. We just passed inside their envelope. Eye of the Hurricane, huh?
Eye of the Hurricane. И сразу так с места в карьер, да? Ну, погнали.
You said there's Geth in here, right?
What just happened?
The Reaper put up kinetic barriers. I don't think we can get through from our side.
You've got to be kidding me.
Попробуем их отключить.
I need options, Joker. What have you got for me?
Shepard, a kinetic barrier can only be produced by a mass effect generator. That is true for any ship, even a Reaper. At the moment of activation, I detected a heat spike in what is likely the wreck's mass effect core, sending the coordinates now. Be advised, this core is also maintaining the Reaper's altitude.
So when we take the barriers down to escape, the wreck falls into the planet core.
And that means everyone dies. Yeah, I got it.
If any helmsman can pull us off this thing before it reaches crush depth, it's you. We'll make a sweep for survivors and recover what data we can. Stand by.
Aye, aye. Good hunting.
Aye. Good hunting.
This is disconcerting. Did the Geth do all this?
You're married? You never mentioned that. Katie had anger management issues. When my brother got married, the best man tried to hit on her. She kicked him down the church steps. What? Katie's my wife.
Кажется, не стоит далеко отходить. Ну ладно.
Hostiles! Throwing up a barrier.
Зомбари.
There we go! Friendly fire!
Target down!
That one hit!
Хаски. Я вас понял. Против этих ребят тоже найдем управу.
We didn't know whether the technology
Вот так. Я уже забыл, как их надо бить.
Disappeared when I looked straight at it. Came out of the damn wall. I didn't see anything. You should lie down. I'm telling you, this ship isn't dead. It knows we're inside it. Calm down. Now I'm getting a headache.
Что-то там у них непонятное происходит. Ну ладно. Ай.
Sniper! Someone nailed those husks for us. Who?
Предположу, что здесь кто-то еще есть помимо нас. Очевидно же. Может быть, даже вот эта пара ребят.
Attention left!
До свидания. Чисто зомби-ленд. Но уже практически закончилось.
Barriers up.
Бум.
This should take the heat off.
Домой. Окей. Раз. Два. Три. Чеши.
Now what's this?
Жесткое укрепление кожи. Ей.
I've seen things like this before. Eden Prime.
and in other places. The distribution suggests
How you holding up?
5x5, sir. Bad memories. It's not a problem.
It's not a problem. Только лишь декорация. Вас понял. Готово. Нас сейчас, видимо, на поверхность отправят. Нет? Серьезно? Гет убийца?
Shepard Commander.
А ты еще кто такой?
Found our sniper. What kind of Geth talks? Knows your name.
Geth don't generally operate alone.
Да.
Incoming!
Все, что ли? Похоже на то. Ловить КД. О, а чё вот так много? Я, пожалуй, отойду немножко. Понятно. Я, пожалуй, отойду посерьезнее. Будем раздавать короткие джебы. Не-не-не-не. Давайте вот без этой темы вашей. В общем, это, наверное, более тяжелый вариант взять. Очевидно. Здесь он лучше подойдет. Всего-то 2 обоймы. И готово. Так, и что у нас здесь?
Enemies in front!
Where's the Shepard?
Be right there.
On it!
You bet! You bet!
Подожди.
On it!
Спешить не нужно. Они сами придут.
That should take the heat off!
Да, насколько же все же легче становится игра, когда разбираешься, какого противника чем бить. В принципе, осваиваешь игровую механику, вот эту всю. Вроде их ценки, да. Все, отходим.
Be right there.
Упс. Домой. Жирный хаск.
With you, Shepard.
Right behind you.
Right behind you. Yeah. That's my team. Еще немного кредитов.
Watch your back. Here we go.
Nothing's gonna hurt me now.
Found that one.
Да подождите вы. У меня тут вопрос посерьезнее. На поверхности. Все, что ли? Боезапас исчерпан. Блин. Wait.
Now let's finish you off.
Есть. Угу.
I'm here.
With you.
Nothing's gonna hurt me now.
Ну, типа, пару жирничей затоптали и нормас.
You're done.
Еще пара, да? Понял. В этом деле главное на месте не стоять. Еще живой.
Found that one.
Но остальное так вот стреляет. Надо бы, кстати, перевооружить будет потом.
Now we need to eliminate the Mass Effect core.
Then we get the hell out before planetfall.
Угу. Окей. Ведро. Так. Система жнецов свой-чужой.
This must be it.
So the team.
Всё, можно валить. Сарен? Нет, не Сарен.
Up front!
Here we go!
Чё-то я не пойму, чем это ядро долбать. В него просто стрелять надо или что? Понятно. Или просто уничтожать миллион хасков. Говоря, плохо было бы подняться. Допустим, так или нет. Ах ты, Криса. Так. Как бы нам так позицию занять поудобнее? Тут же, блин, негде спрятаться, по сути.
With you.
Following!
Ага. Вас понял.
On my way!
Easy enough.
Ну, то есть можно не сильно заморачиваться, просто бить.
Hostile!
Ну, в общем-то, понятно, что надо делать.
Stop!
Дальше не проблема.
Throwing up a barrier!
Криса.
Throwing up a barrier! Eyes ahead!
This will put them down.
Готово.
Wait, Shepard. Cerberus would want that Geth for study.
Leave it. No way that reaches the Normandy.
Tally said no one's ever captured a Geth intact.
Quarians know not to try. You sure about this?
There's no time for a debate. Move out.
Захватываем.
We're clear. Go.
We clear. Go. Получена система опознавания свой-чужой жнецов. Гибель отряда Цербера на жнеце факт печальный, но не неожиданный. Мы сравним жизненные показатели команды с показателями обнаруженных на жнеце хасков. Возможно, нам удастся понять механизм замещения сознания и трансформации в хаска. Окей. Было бы неплохо это понять.
Salvage we recovered. For now, we've stored it in Edie's AI core. We need better equipment to fight the Reapers. An intact Geth would be invaluable to Cerberus's cyber weapons division.
We'll have to disagree on that, ma'am. I saw enough of these things on Eden Prime. Space it.
Cerberus has a long-standing cash bounty for an intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
I want to know why it has a piece of N7 armor strapped to its chest.
Battle trophy, maybe? Would a machine care about that?
No. Trophies imply emotions that AIs don't have. I doubt it's more than a convenient field repair.
I've killed hundreds of these things, but I've never had a chance to talk to one. This one tried to communicate with us. Hell, it probably saved our lives. Why?
Reactivating the Geth is a risk. If you do so, it should be for humanity's best interests, and not your curiosity.
I still think our best interests involve an airlock.
Не, я хочу с ним поговорить.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up. Interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we can deactivate it again.
Bullets can.
That's not what I...
Thank you, both of you, for your recommendations. I've made my decision.
Tally's gonna freak when she hears about this. So what about this Reaper IFF?
I have determined how to integrate it with our systems. However, the device is Reaper technology. It is important we test it thoroughly before attempting the Omega-4 relay. It will take some time to properly integrate it with our own systems.
Ну и сколько же времени
Are we talking
потребуется?
hours or days?
Impossible to say. The technology is complex. The crew will begin work immediately.
Okay. Until then, we keep building our team.
I'll let you know when the IFF is ready for shakedown.
Окей. У нас тут еще апгрейд подъехал. Да не один, а целая пачка. Урон дробовика. Жесткое укрепление кожи. Берем. И максимум хп 340. Неплохо. Неплохо. Могу дробовик качать. Еще пятнашка платины. Берем. Все, да? Здесь мы закончили. Ага. Теперь неплохо было бы в арсенале выставить бойцам как их называют-то, господи, пистолеты-пулеметы нормальные, а не вот это вот, что новый дробовик Ятаган. Неплохо, ладно. Что новый дробовик? Вот. Ярость меняем на цикаду. Здесь то же самое. Самара, Таль. сумеем. Все, отлично. Это сделали, все сделали. Погнали дальше.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Да. Все верно. Ну чё, гол на ретрансляторы, смотрим, что добавилось по квестам. База серого посредника, Иллюм, планета богатая нулевым элементом и цитадель. То есть ничего не добавилось. Вас понял. Ну, гоу личный терминал посмотрим. Миллион сообщений, да? Блять. Мне это не очень интересно читать, если честно. Обнаружена деятельность синих светил. Обнаружена засада синих светил. Прочитано. Засечен запуск ракеты Дротик-2. Это мы поняли. Передающий маяк. Угу. Нормандия, спасибо. Важная просьба. Но если важная, то давайте прочтем. Уважаемый господин или госпожа, проконсультировавшись с моими коллегами в Цитадели, я имею честь обратиться к вам с просьбой о перевозке крупного протеанского груза, обнаруженного на Илосе. Этот груз был признан опасным и заперт в карантине. Проверки показали, что все опасения беспочвенны. Но несмотря на это, карантин остается в силе до тех пор, пока кто-нибудь не сможет оплатить экспертизу груза Министерством культуры. Зная о вашем интересе к протеанской технологии, я буду рад передать вам большую часть груза, оставив себе меньше половины. Будучи батарианцем, я не смогу участвовать в официальных мероприятиях совета, но если вы перешлете мне нужные вещи для оплаты, сделка состоится к нашей обоюдной выгоде. Прошу вас срочно предоставить мне реквизиты вашего счета для списания средств. Понятно. Это могло бы случиться с вами. Лежал, бла-бла-бла. Понятно, фигня какая-то. Ответ на хранителей. Не знаю. Запрос на перевод одобрен. Кого переводят? Одобряет запрос Тали Зоры, вас Нима с приложенным к нему данным. Окей. Это вот монашка, которая с клятвами переводится к нам. Окей. Детектив Аная. Юстициар, вот. Спасибо вам, пожалуйста. Ангелы-хранители. Но тоже тип спасибо. Зашифрованная передача. Шепард. Рад, что вам удалось захватить систему опознавания свой-чужой жнецов. Я переслал Сузи все протоколы, необходимые для его интеграции с бортовыми системами Нормандии. В случае успеха мы получим возможность пройти через ретранслятор Омега-4 и навязать коллекционерам бой по нашим правилам. Мне известно, что вам удалось захватить неповрежденного гетто, и зная о вашем решении, оставить его. Если вы считаете, что гетту можно доверять, попытайтесь включить его, но на всякий случай советую вам установить дополнительную защиту Сузи от попыток взлома. Не имеет значения, какое решение принял бы я сам, Шепард, это ваш выбор. Вы уже значительно продвинулись в создании отряда, и Гет сможет усилить его, если согласится встать на вашу сторону в битве с коллекционерами. Я полностью полагаюсь на вашу интуицию, лишь бы задание было выполнено. Окей. Метеорологические данные получены. Протеанской активности не найдено. Данные падения Нормандии. Альянс благодарит вас за предоставление найденной на месте падения Нормандии информации. Капитан, обнаружив жетоны, вы помогли многим людям обрести покой. Пожалуйста. Брат доктора Арчера. Это этот аутист. Ваше решение объяснимо. Понятно. Я что-то захотел резко дико слетать к серому посреднику. Слетать зачем, спросите вы? А затем, чтобы проинвестировать в какие-то проекты. Вот сюда, пожалуйста. Если они образовались дико резко, внезапно откуда-то. Ну, мало ли. Черт побери. Мы Мы же миллиардеры. Нам нужно куда-то деньги свои девать. В общем, посмотрим, изменилось ли там что-либо хоть на немного. Ну, так или иначе, я думаю, изменилось. Так, сейчас сек. Оп. Готовченко. Угу. Погнали. Досье. Это неинтересно. Отстань. Повышение квалификации использовать. 1000 нулевого элемента. Вот это можно было бы использовать на Самару. Но с другой стороны, смысла особого в этом не вижу. Потому что разницы в прокачке всего в одном пункте. Доставка 5000 платины. Берем. Результаты разведки. Компания, добывающая нулевой элемент. Еще раз можно купить, да? С другой стороны, мне уже это и не нужно. Предупреждающий сигнал. Доклад о задании готов. Ну-ка. Адмирал Хакет и 5-й флот устроили засаду на пиратов, грабящих колонию. 2000 плюс. Неудача. Тесты антибиотиков фонда Сирта приостановлены решением Цитадели. Угу. Профинансировать работу с прессой. Профинансировать вот эту фигню. Доклад о задании готов. Ну давайте. Удача. Противник ушел в отставку. Плюс 5 кэсов. Профинансировать. Удача. Угу. Еще плюс 5. Ну понятно. Тут типа часть проектов можно финансировать, часть проектов не нужно. И по итогу выходишь либо в плюс, либо в минус. Ну, в общем, ясно, откуда ветер дует. Все, здесь мы закончили. Возвращаемся на Нормандию. Да. Итак, у нас все еще нет ничего. Можно на Цитадель, например, слетать. Может, там какие-то квесты образовались. Да, вернее, даже не может, а скорее всего. Так и есть. В общем, посмотрим. В крайнем случае, я хотя бы узнаю, что я там точно все в магазинах скупил. А я, по-моему, кстати, не все искупил. Так что в любом случае имеет смысл туда зайти. Сильная и обширная. Мне, пожалуйста, сильную ударную волну. Ну, здесь понятно. Окей. Мне нужны магазины. Сразу направо, сразу налево.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Кек. Да, шалость удалась, действительно.
Come on, please, you have to help me. I need to make something nice. It's for a date.
Fine. Sorry, Honey Mary. Made in an Ardat Yakshi monastery by sad, tortured blue souls.
Так, направо. Можно сходить и налево, да? Ну, давайте направо. Сбегаем. Да, чуть дальше и также направо. Ну это очевидно на втором уровне магазин был, да?
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Да. 50 кэсов на урон на снайперку берем. Есть. Сейчас, короче, наберем снаряжение рандома. Здесь у нас все есть. Ну, в бар пока заходить, наверное, не буду. Так что разворот на 90 градусов. На 180. Да. И идем дальше. Затариваться. Или не идем. Блин, придется лестницу юзать, да? Ну ладно. Ладушки. Оладушки.
I hear this is the best place for food on Zakara Ward.
You heard wrong. This is the best place.
Очень скромно. Ну, по всей видимости, нам вниз, да? Фонд Сирта, кафе Закера и все, да? Ирашимас.
I'm Commander
И до
Shepard,
сих пор не
and this is
открыли,
my
да?
favorite store on the Citadel.
Да. Но здесь все купили. Фонд Сирта остался последний. Как в него попасть? Так, как-то, да? Ну все, собственно говоря, вот он.
I'm Commander Shepard.
What do you think, Michael? Maybe the immunobooster? It's supposed to help with alien bacteria.
We can get whatever you'd like for little Jake.
Tupari, now available with dextro amino acid.
Тупари. Ей, тупари. Так, и тут у нас чего? Ничего. А зачем это здание? А хрен его пойми зачем. Ну ладно. Достаточно. В Цитадель, в общем-то, не зря слетали. Скоростной транспорт на Нормандию. Погнали. Сейчас снайперку прогрейдим до максимального уровня. Также. И бонусы по оружиям, получается, закроем полностью. Ну, кажется, придется немножко покопать. Стопа, не туда. Не туда.
Thane would like to speak with you, Commander.
Да. Ну, по всей видимости, время пришло с нашими коллегами побазарить. Берем. Дополнительная емкость магазина от дробовика. И вот эту хрень. 25 платины. Угу. И здесь 25 платины. Итого полтос. Ладно. Ладно. Журнал. Сортировать по времени создания, наверное, да? 100 тысяч миллионов заданий. А назначение это что? Попытки нанять Архангела был обнаружен блок данных. На нем содержится информация, которая будет иметь ценность для Ариет Лок, правительницы Омеги. Понятненько. Хотя раньше помощи от Совета получить не удавалось, стоит поставить его в известность о последних событиях. Ну блин, я только что с Цитадели, так что сорямба, но в другой раз. Журнал. Джек пообщаться, Мордин пообщаться, Грюнд пообщаться. Поговорите с ним как можно скорее. Гарус, Тейн, Самара и Тали. Понятно. Короче, со всеми базарить.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You know about the genophage?
Only about 1 Krogan pregnancy in 1,000 leads to a live birth, thanks to a Solarian virus.
Right. Virus released 1,000 years ago, controlled Krogan population ever since. All public knowledge, but I know more. Recent generations of Krogan started adapting. Genophage losing effectiveness.
Это ж хорошая новость, с одной стороны.
Sounds like cause for celebration. The Krogan might finally recover from what happened to them.
No, Krogan too warlike, culture broken, population increase now would lead to increased aggression, more war. Personally led a team, created new version of genophage, released it onto Chanka, other colonies, restabilized Krogan population.
The first genophage was a mistake bordering on a war crime. How the hell could you do it again?
Exactly the reaction feared. In small numbers, Krogan sympathetic, tragic. Galactic regret for deployment of genophage. But in large numbers, expansion, aggression, war, Krogan too dangerous, had to stop them. First genophage was necessary. Cultural fragmentation made modified genophage even more necessary.
We're not done, Morton. You can't just drop a bomb like this and walk away.
Can discuss ethics later. More immediate concerns. Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
Сейчас всех пройдем поначалу. По
We'll go to
квестам.
Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him safe. Malin last seen outside Erdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Bloodpack. Talk to them or clan chief.
Окей. Есть задание. Джек. Так, Джек хочет пообщаться. Так, а где у нас Джек расположилась?
Thanks for diverting to the Gurns back, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. And don't worry, it will not affect how I do my job. It's over.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Короче, со всеми сейчас будем общаться. Карта галактики. Начнем с нашего Джокера. Может, что скажет?
Heard about Ferris Fields. Any news on your brother?
He's gone. They're all gone. But we'll get them back.
Shepard and Lawson. Commander,
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Тут ничего. Так. Ну, идем тогда на второй уровень в каюты наших ребят. Третий каюта экипажа. Ну, вообще, надо, наверное, в свою каюту зайти. Может, что интересное образовалось. Достижение, космический хомяк. Так, это понятно. Ачивочки всякие. Личный терминал понятно. Убрать мертвую рыбу. Чего? Типа рыбки все сдохли, я потому что их не кормил. Ну, кому сейчас легко. Реликвия. Угу. Бронька. Ну-ка, ну-ка. По типу брони, наверное, смысла нет смотреть. Здесь то же самое. Лень. И так сойдет. Так, здесь есть каюты экипажа. Погнали. Туалету рознь, Самара. Привет.
I am glad I joined your team. It has been too long since I traveled with companions. When the time comes, I will do whatever is necessary.
You're an important part of this crew, Samara.
It is my honor. Also, there is a matter I need to discuss. When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
I remember hearing her called an Ardat Yakshi.
It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Черная вдова прям получается. Отсутствие информации, принуждение убить из-за болезни.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death?
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
На шее у нее ошейничек такой, намек на козлика, очень знаменитого. Расскажи мне
How
все.
did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
It sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Печально.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find Morinth.
Да. Окей.
What's wrong?
They lost contact with New Canton. Might be the collectors.
Did your family get out of there?
I don't know. There's no communications yet.
I'm sure they're safe. You'll see.
Shepard, I mentioned when we met on Ilium that I was dying. It's called Kepral's syndrome. It's not communicable, but I have less than a year to live.
Are you feeling sick? I could get the doctor.
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it. My mortality has me dwelling on things. I had a family once. I still have a son. His name is Kolyat. I haven't seen him for a very long time.
How long has it been since you talked?
10 years. He showed me some of his schoolwork and asked if we could dance crazy. We did that when he was younger.
What sort of dance is that?
It's... I checked my extranet contacts. I expect an update on my next target. The console plays music. Old. Unfashionable. Kolyat jumps into the room. My father runs around in circles. I scoop him up, toss him into the air. He shrieks, laughs, spin me. The console beeps. I put him down. Click the message. Father, he pleads. Tugs my sleeve. I need to read this, I say. I don't look at him.
Did something happen to them?
I abandoned them. Oh, not all at once. Nothing dramatic. No sneaking out in the middle of the night. No final argument or slammed door. I just did my job. I hunted and killed across the galaxy. Away on business, my wife would tell people. I was always away on business.
You never mentioned this before. Why now?
When my wife departed from her body, I attended to that issue. I left Kolyat in the care of his aunts and uncles. I have not seen him or talked to him since.
That's not the choice I expected. Why didn't you raise him yourself?
My body is blessed with the skills to take life. The Hanar honed them in me. I have few others. I didn't want that life for Kolyat. I hoped he would find his own way. If he hated me, so be it. He would not have shared the path of sin. I used my contacts to trace Kolyat. He has become disconnected. He does what his body wills.
You'll have to explain that one to me.
Disconnected. The body is not our true self. The soul is. Body and soul work as one in a whole person. When the soul is weakened by despair or fear, when the body is ill or injured, the individual is disconnected, no longer whole.
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
You don't hire a raw rookie for a contract killing.
I'm afraid someone may have seen we share a name and assumed we share skills. I don't know why he would accept the task.
Maybe he name-dropped you to get hired.
It's possible, but I don't think so. It doesn't seem right. My name. He should not respect it.
А почему он не может уважать твое имя?
To be closer to you, maybe?
That thought haunts me more than any other.
Thane, I don't have your contacts and I don't have your tracking skills. Why do you need my help for this?
I don't need your help. I want it. The last time I saw my son, they wrapped your body in sea vines, weighted it with stones. He tries to pull from me, calls for her. The hammer lift her off the platform. They sing like bells. The fire has gone to be kindled anew. He begs them not to take her away.
They let her body slide into the water. He hits me. Don't let them. Stop them. Why weren't you?
Rains. It always rains on Kaje. Warm water pours down his face.
I didn't mean to make you relive that.
Perfect memory. It is sometimes a burden.
I'll get us to the Citadel as soon as possible.
Thank you, Shepard. I'll be meditating until you need me.
Окей.
The Red Rose. That used to be my calling card when I first started out. In place of whatever I took, I left a single red rose. It wasn't until I met Keiji that I realized how silly it was. He had a way of making you realize when you were just being sentimental. I stole that on a dare, believe it or not. There was a big museum show coming to Ilium. Artifacts from Earth going on tour. Very high security. Keiji dared me to steal this. So I broke in, hacked the security, put a few guards to sleep, and replaced the piece with a worthless duplicate. They never knew the difference. My first museum job. Nowhere near the last. That's my favorite piece. Painted for me by a child prodigy from Elysium. She was the cutest thing. She was kidnapped by slavers who hoped to sell her on Omega. I wasn't about to let that happen. I set up an idea as a buyer's rep to get a special tour of the slaver's vessel. Once aboard, I freed the girl and smuggled her off the ship. She painted that for me on the way home. I'll never forget how it felt to watch her work. Don't laugh, I like those books. Romance novels, crime novels, the classics. There's something about the feel of actual paper in your hands, their musty smell. It's relaxing. Keiji used to find books for me while on the job. Some of these are more valuable than the objects he was hired to steal.
Ну, не самое плохое увлечение. Что значит вылить? Может, выпить? Нет? Так. Ага. Ага. Понятно. Здорово, как сам.
People are talking out there, and I hear it all. I really appreciate your help with the Hawk heist. I know why we had to destroy Keiji's gray box, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Окей. Окей. Так, здесь мы были. Здесь тоже ничего нет интересного. Здесь делать нечего. Так, еще нескольких нужно посетить по-любому.
There's something different with tonight's meal. Seems like you put in more food and less ass.
Yeah, keep talking.
Миранда.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help. I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
Sounds like you had a soft spot for Niket after all.
I didn't have many friends. Niket was one of them. He never wanted anything from me. He was safe, comfortable. A reminder of a more innocent time, I suppose.
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the Adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny. Something we don't share.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
It's funny, I think of you as all business. Good to see that there's a person under there.
The mission's too important to let personal feelings interfere. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
Окей. Так. Идем дальше. Здесь.
How may I help you, Commander?
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This only thing missing are my private reserve. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll see you later,
Commander.
Doctor.
Окей. Отключенный гет. Ну чё, го включим?
I'm turning this thing back on. Be ready.
Aye, aye.
I have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
You said my name aboard the Reaper. Have we met?
We know of you.
You mean I've fought a lot of Geth?
We have never met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
Old machine? You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
То есть себя считают новыми машинами, скорее всего.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes.
Which?
Both.
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
Are the Reapers a threat to you, too?
Yes.
Why would they attack other machines?
We are different from them, outside their plans.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Логично.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
Are you asking to join us?
Yes.
Then what should I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
Пойдет.
Well, that seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy. We anticipate the exchange of data. Shepard Commander.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
Улучшение? Ну-ка.
We need every advantage if this mission is going to succeed. Is there any technology the Geth can share with us?
Limited code development is approved. We need to access your FTL comm system to download relevant data.
Edie, let Legion through the firewalls for a minute.
Very well, Shepard.
Very well, Shepard. Ну-ка, ну-ка. И что же у нас здесь? Снайперская винтовка гетов за 15 тысяч платины. Винтовка водова. Располагая достаточным объемом ресурсов, можно изготовить усовершенствованную снайперскую винтовку гетов, пользоваться которой сможет только Легион. Ага. То есть апгрейд чисто для одного бойца. Хитрый план. Ну ладно, пусть будет.
Shepard Commander.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
Did Sovereign contact the Geth, or did you seek it out?
Nazara, the entity you called Sovereign, signaled us. Like the Geth, the old machine listened to organic radio transmissions. It knew of our war against the creators. Nazara contacted many species over the millennia, seeking allies.
Some of the Geth followed Sovereign. The heretics.
The heretics accepted their technology. The old machines offered to give us our future. The Geth will achieve their own future.
What difference does it make how you acquire a certain technology?
Technology is not a straight line. There are many paths to the same end. Accepting another's path blinds you to primitives. Nazara, sovereign, said this itself. Your civilization is based upon the technology of the mass relays, our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire.
What did you call sovereign?
Nazara. That was what the programs within the Reaper called themselves. Sovereign was a title given by Saren Arterius. Saren and the heretics believed Nazara to be a supreme ruler, a sovereign.
Some of the Geth followed sovereign. The heretics.
The heretics accepted. The old machines offered to give us our future. The Geth will achieve their own future.
What difference does it make?
Your civilization is based upon the technology of the mass relays, our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire.
What did you call sovereign?
Nazara. That was what the programs within the Reaper called themselves. Sovereign was a title given by Saren Arterius. Saren and the heretics believed Nazara to be a supreme ruler, a sovereign.
Sovereign was one ship. You're saying there were multiple programs inside it?
One ship, one will, many minds, like the Geth. We study your records. Sovereign told you this on Ilos. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. A state compelling to the Geth. We are a nation, but interdependent. Separation is our weakness.
I'm surprised you can speak. The Geth I fought before just made a stuttering sound.
We prefer direct digital transfer. Geth network communication travels at light speed. Human hardware does not support this method. Your analog oral communication is inefficient.
Do Geth have a government?
Not as you understand. We are all Geth. We build consensus.
Most governments do.
Organic governments impose consensus. From a single point of view in autocracies, by codifying the most broadly acceptable average of views in democracies.
So what makes the Geth different?
Data is shared between Geth. All viewpoints are considered. Consensus is achieved as data is disseminated.
That must take a long time.
It would for organics. We communicate at the speed of light.
Быстро общаются.
I'm surprised you can speak. The Geth I fought before just made a stuttering sound.
We prefer human hardware does not support this method. Your analog oral communication is inefficient.
I'd like to ask about something else.
Ready?
Расскажи о себе.
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
Идет формирование мнения, обратитесь позже. Ну что ж, позже так позже.
Acknowledged.
Окей. Давайте сразу тогда в арсенал зайдем и поставим ему эту винтовку, чтобы не забыть потом. По-моему, на этом этаже мы уже всех посетили, да? Ну, по сути, да. Да. Наблюдательные мостики. Это отсюда, скорее всего, главная батарея. Ага. Станция слежения. CUC, главная батарея Гарос.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember the fight on Omega?
I don't think either of us will forget that day anytime soon.
You know I didn't work alone. I had a team of 11 good men. They all died that day, before you arrived. All but one. A Turian named Sidonis survived. He betrayed us, Shepard. He's the reason my men are dead.
Do you know why he did it?
No. I'll be sure to ask him right after I put a shot through his skull. He disappeared just before the attack, but I found him, or at least a way to get to him. There's a specialist on the Citadel, named Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonis was seen with him.
What happened? How did Sidonis betray your team?
He tipped off the mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. They didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying. An eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
Окей. Здесь есть. Тогда возвращаемся на мостик. Ставим в арсенале снайперку Гету. И идем на 4-й этаж. Просто чтобы не забыть. Так сказать, не отвлечься лишний раз. Да. Легион, да? Легион. Тяжелая винтовка мотыга, снайперка. Пожалуйста, вдова. Отлично. Так, окей. Это сделали, и гол на 4-й этаж. Да, вот как раз иду. И Джек, и не Джек, и мини-Джек. Нижняя палуба. Так, давайте по порядку. Сначала сюда. Здесь у нас что?
I was down and out when I found that gun. Jessie was the first weapon I got my hands on. Took her everywhere. She didn't have much punch, but reliable as all hell. She'd already been through a lot by the time I got her. Still, I never had to re-sight her once. Damn good rifle. Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. Tough fight on Horizon. I fought slavers and kidnapping rings, but nothing like that. Some slavers took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old. She'd have had no chance on Horizon.
Понятненько. Но с ним мы уже закончили на самом деле. Так, нижняя палуба не то. Вот сюда. Ага. Грюд. Здорово.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know. See? Why do that? What's wrong?
Okier didn't imprint anything to help you figure this out?
I see pictures of old battles. Voices of warlords. But this is a blood haze in my head. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
Edie, anything in your files about Krogan diseases that could cause this?
Cerberus has a number of autopsies on file, but nothing on a living Krogan of this age and situation. Krogan are reluctant to share medical records.
My people were defeated by doctors and labs. They will never let stuff like that leave the homeworld to Chunka.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
Поговорить с вожаком клана на Тучанке в системе Ралах. Окей. Так, здесь мы закончили. Идем на нижнюю палубу.
The new armor reinforcements really threw off the gravimetric profiles. But engines...
What can we do for you, Commander?
Так, вам там что-то медленно было, да? Да. Но этого мы почему-то еще пока не получили. Негде было. Тали.
Shepard, I've got a problem and I may need your help. But I need to ask you something first. I need to know if I can trust you. Some of this might involve fleet security. Cerberus cannot be involved.
Я позабочусь об этом.
You have my word. If necessary, I'll contact the elusive man to make sure he stays out.
Don't bother. He just lied to you. Hearing it from you is enough. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking.
Короче, опять политика, да?
The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
Так, давай-ка поподробнее.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Очень лояльное наказание для них.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vasilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Ну что ж, я помогу.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Окей. Окей. Так, здесь поговорили, здесь поговорили. Все поговорили. И осталась лежанка еще одного бойца. Вот сюда. Джек.
Tight little group you got here. And a pretty nice ship. You'd be rich if you took to piracy, but you wouldn't. I can't figure you, Shepard. Doesn't matter. I've got to talk to you about something.
I'd like to ask you a few things.
Later. I have to talk to you now. I got thoughts like little bugs crawling in and out of my head. I can't stop them. You know I have a history with Cerberus. You know how far back it goes?
Не особо.
I'll listen to anything you have to say, Jack.
Your pal, the elusive man? Never seen him before, but Cerberus raised me. First thing I remember is my cell door in a Cerberus base. They did experiments, drugged me, tortured me. Whatever chance I had to be normal, they stole it by trying to turn me into some superbiotic. The doctors, the other kids, every one of them hated me. They let me suffer.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about pain breaking down mental barriers and how it might clear the way for a more biotic power. I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it. I was wired up in a cell.
They tortured you just to see if they could make a strong biotic? That's it?
Wasn't in a position to ask, Shepard. All I know is a little girl crying in a cell, begging for the pain to stop.
You love the power they gave you.
They never gave me a choice.
What did they hope to gain by torturing a little girl?
It was something about... I'm sure there was a payoff due at some point, but I wasn't gonna see it.
How did you get out of there?
There was some kind of emergency, and I made a break for it. The other kids came out of their cells and attacked me. So did the guards. I just killed everything in my way and ran. Guess my biotics had developed faster than they thought. I managed to get a shuttle off the ground. Drifted until a freighter picked me up. The crew used me, then sold me. That's my uplifting escape story.
Yeah.
There were other children in the base?
I didn't know much about them. I was kept separate. They hated me just like everyone else there. When I broke out, I had to fight through them all. I showed them, but there's a loose end I need to deal with.
You're absolutely certain that Cerberus was running the facility?
I was a kid, but I wasn't dumb. I know how to listen. It was Cerberus. Don't care how far down the chain it was. They thought they were so clever. Turns out, mess with someone's head enough and you can turn a scared kid into an all-powerful bitch. Fucking idiots.
Sounds like they've done a serious 180 since those days.
I'm not trying to convince you of something, Shepard. I don't care what they're doing now. I found the coordinates in your files. I want to go to the Telton facility on Pragia where they tortured and drugged me. I want to go to the center of the place, my cell. I want to deploy a big fucking bomb, and I want to watch from orbit when it goes.
Ну, это можно.
Attacking our allies is going to derail our mission. Not a smart move.
The files say it was shut down after my escape. It's been abandoned for years. They going to care if I blow up a garbage dump?
Думаю, что нет.
You've lived with this your whole life. Why do this now?
Like I said, I found the coordinates in your files. You can't expect me to just sit on information like that.
Ну что ж, go.
I'll set a course for Pragia.
I owe you, Shepard.
Ей. Я думаю, ему было бы весьма проблематично составить адекватный маршрут, выслушав все пожелания своей команды. Да. Ну что ж, столь дозированно выдали кучу квестов. Тоже неплохо, я считаю. Так, сейчас, секундочку. Тудым-сюдым. Я так волновалась, когда вы попали в ловушку на корабле коллекционеров. Я так благодарна Сьюзи.
The Normandy crew delivered. Including you.
You're too kind. We were there to help, but EDI gets the credit this time. The elusive man made sure EDI was installed for this mission. Now I see why. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Так.
I better go.
Понятно, это все
Okay.
я слышал.
Maybe we'll talk later.
Личный терминал. Статус команды. Лоялен. Обычный. Короче, все это крыло, это еще квесты надо делать. Лоялен. лоялен, обычный, лоялен. Короче, еще миллион квестов будет на, так скажем, кентов наших. Да, пусть лучше уж так. О, забавно выглядит. О, а этот внешний вид не хочет менять. Лоу-кек. И ты не хочешь, и ты не хочешь. Ну а тут только цвет. Ну ладно, пусть уж такой будет. Забавно. А, ну они, собственно, подсвечены лояльные вот красными кружками, да? Да. Отлично. То есть раз, два, три, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 квестов еще осталось. По улучшениям понятно. Активные сообщения, углубленная боевая тренировка. Это что такое? Понятно. Окей. Здесь мы тоже все завершили, там мы тоже все завершили. Надо ресов накопать. Потому что там апгрейдов 50 тысяч уйдет на платину и на что-то еще. Короче, надо ресов подфармить хоть немножко. Потому что что-то мы поистрепались конкретно так. Окей. Помочь. Помогать будем в другой раз. Мы сейчас поможем самим себе. В плане чего? Ядрить квестов надавали. Тучанка. Ну давайте сюда слетаем и немножко ресов покопаем. Хитрый план, я считаю. Скудные запасы, да?
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Ну, скудные не нулевые, как говорится. Оп. Ладно. Момент упущен явно. Вот 400, да? Это сколько будет? 800. Ну, неплохо, я считаю. Даже по 800 это, считай, почти косарь. Тоже иридия немало. Идем. В общем, копаем до исчерпания.
Launched.
300 туда, 300 сюда, а в итоге 600. Исчерпано, да? Окей. Умеренные. Берем. Все берем. Короче говоря.
Probe away. Probe away.
Сейчас исчерпаем весь запас зондов.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away.
Когда выкапываешь планету под корень, исчерпано. Изи. Так, дайте мне еще парочку зондов, пожалуйста. Отлично. Next. Мне хотя бы, не знаю, 1000 по 30 ресов. О, отлично, богатые залежи. То, что нужно сейчас. Хотя бы 1000 по 30 и уже буду спокоен в том плане, то, что когда следующие апгрейды подъедут, будет чем расплатиться. Кстати, платина и поисчерпалась, конечно. Ну и хотелось бы нулевой элемент до капа добить вот этого зеленого. 25 тысяч. Так, палладий есть, хорошо. Добывать мы его, естественно, тоже будем, если будут нормальные скачки. Генерировать не стоит. Исчерпано. Опять. Ей. Ой. Не туда зашел. Ну еще буквально парочку. И можно будет с фармом закончить. Так, вам добыли. Вот еще планета. С умеренными запасами. Ничего интересного. Ну, что-то как-то скудно по ресам. Вот. Чуть по платину копнем. И сразу скудные. Я вас понял. И по верхнему кругу еще пройдемся. Это слабо. Как-то слабо. Вот платину можно взять. Ее маловато что-то осталось. Ну и по факту все, да? Ну давайте уж, ладно, да исчерпаем планету. Так, чисто for fun. Чтобы до конца уже донести. Вот, берем. Так, стопы. Я видел что-то крупное. Отлично. Чё-то все никак не исчерпается, зараза. Ну-ка, давай исчерпывайся. Да побыстрее. Чисто ачивка. Исчерпайте все ресурсы сектора. Да легчайшее, как говорится. Здесь вот поднимается так неплохо.
Launching probe.
Бэнк есть. И здесь черпали. Мне кажется, это, кстати говоря, еще фармит обычные кредиты. Надо проверить этот момент. Вот сейчас 77 900, да? А проверить-то негде, кстати, лут. Планеты закончились. Черт. Ну, тучанка есть. Вот тучанка осталась. Еще раз, сколько бабла? 77 895. Ее и не подобывать. Ну ладно. В любом случае, ресы покопал, все сделал. Сохраняемся. И, в общем-то, на сегодня достаточно. Заканчиваем стримчик, да. Хорошо сегодня прошлись по квестам. Просто до лимита сделали все побочки. Посмотрели журналы. Покопали ресы, поулучшались. В общем, подготовились к следующему заходу конкретно так. Соответственно, завтра продолжим. Доделаем все квесты на мерков и пойдем по сюжету дальше. Ну, а на этом буду сегодняшний стрим заканчивать. Не забывайте подписываться на группу ВКонтакте, в Твиче. И до новых встреч. Удачи. Надеюсь, еще увидимся.